Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. What is it? Good morning. Was that a little too loud? Hopefully not. It's baking time at Brian's. It's oatmeal cookies today. I don't know, can you see the recipe? Probably not important that you can. Anyway, it's baking time, and that is about what I am about to start doing if I don't drop the camera again. So what we're going to have today is oatmeal cookies, which are made, I would like to say sugar-free, but they're not sugar-free. They're going to have sugar in them, brown sugar. They're also going to have some shortening. We call this shortening. I think Finns call it margarini or whatever. But it's lactose-free because Coop doesn't want to, because she has that issue if it has lactose in it. We're going to put raisins in our oatmeal cookies, and we're going to use iso kaura. I don't use the other kaura oatmeal is what Americans would say. I don't use the other one that's all chopped up because it ends up being, I don't know, you don't get the texture. And oatmeal cookies are really, for me anyway, about the texture. So that's an important distinction when making these cookies. So with that having been said, and this beginning to soften, I'm going to take 170 grams of that, combine it with 215 grams of brown sugar, an egg, some vanilla, and some flour. Venäjauhe, I think you call it in Finnish. That's 105 grams of that. And then some baking soda, some salt, and eventually 260 grams, or from my American measurement, 3 cups or more, because I like more, of oatmeal. Rolled oats is what we call it. And then I usually put in at least a cup of raisins, but today I may substitute raisins for karpalo. That is sun-dried or dried cranberries. I'm not sure. I do like the raisins, and I have an awful lot of those. So let's see what happens. Anyway, welcome, and you can go back to sleep now. Hello everyone, Brian the Thai Guy. If you answered the question, which I just put before you, wait for it, what is it? Yes, you were right if you answered it as raisin oatmeal cookies. And that's what I'm baking today, as you will see in the video ahead. Hey, brother, not Thai guy back. All the ingredients, at least the wet ones, the egg, the margarine or butter or what I would call shortening, the vanilla and the sugar, brown sugar, which is a moist sugar, have been placed into the mixer you see here. And now it's time to fire this baby up. Here we go. Round and round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. We'll give this about 2 minutes of mixing before we'll then stop it and we'll begin to add the dry ingredients. It's going to be the flour, and I can turn this off a minute. We're going to add the dry ingredients after we mix this for about 2 minutes. The dry ingredients is the flour, the salt, and the baking soda. And you mix those separately together, and then you put them into this, basically like a spoonful at a time. And then eventually after that's in, we'll get to adding the oats, the kaura, the oatmeal. And then after that, we will stir in slowly or mix in slowly the raisins. I've decided to go with raisins. Like I said, I like to mix it for about 2 minutes. That way the sugar dissolves, it's not so granular, and also you get some air into it. It makes for a softer, chewy cookie in the end. So that's why it's important you get this puppy turning for at least 2 minutes. Okay, Brad the Thai Guy, baking guy today, back at ya. I've now added the dry ingredients, which was the flour, the baking soda, and salt, sea salt. I mixed those together separately, and now I put them in this mixer here, and now they're gonna go round and round and round. Just like before, just thicker now. Once this is mixed in, it doesn't have to mix that long. So you get all the ingredients wet. I can turn that off. So you get all the ingredients moistened, then that's good enough. You don't have to beat it for a long time or mix it for a long time. Just not necessary. Coming up, the oats. Okay, we're now in the process of adding the oats. If I can get this camera to angle down here, you can see 1 cup at a time. You can fold them in using the spatula here, what we call spatula, or you can use a mixer. I like using the mixer, there's no problem with it. When you're mixing in these oats, as I said, I like to use the mixer. You gotta pulse it like this. It's kind of like folding in the oats that way until you get them all wet, and then you'll add the next cup, the second cup, and so on till you get to the third. And in my case, I'm putting in a little bit more, maybe closer to 4 cups, which would be instead of 260 grams, probably closer to 320, 330, even maybe 350. Let's see what happens. Don't know yet. Instead of for cranberries, I was thinking about putting cranberries in, but I'm going to put raisins in. You can see I'm sprinkling in on the top of the mixer about half the amount of raisins that I want to put in. I'm now going to cap this baby, put the top on, in other words, cap it, and I will begin to pulse start it again. This slowly mixes them in. Can't really see that very well from here, but it slowly mixes them in. It's actually, some people say it's better just to fold them in using the spatula, this guy here. And maybe let's try that now. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, let's try that now. Okay, as I said, I'm going to mix these remaining raisins in by folding it using the spatula. When I say fold it, I mean, you know, sort of bring it over on itself, dig down in, and then take a big batch up and then fold it over on itself. Just keep doing this slowly. It's not like mix it hard and mix it fast. It's just slowly, but you do want to get all the raisins mixed in everywhere, because if you don't, you're going to have 200 raisins in one cookie and 2 raisins in another cookie, and maybe no raisins in another cookie. That sucks. Hey, Bride, Thai Guy. Not Thai Guy. Gotta get that right. Been doing this for nearly a year and I still don't know that I'm not the Thai Guy. Anyway, everything's been mixed in. Get down there, look at it. Everything's been mixed in. Raisins are folded in, the oats are in, everything's in. So now what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna cover it. And I'm gonna place it in the refrigerator for about 2 hours. I gotta go pick up Cook from work, and that's not gonna take me 2 hours. But the reason why you put it in the fridge for 2 hours is that it firms the dough up. If the door stays open while I grab it. It firms the dough up so it's easier to spoon it on to the cookie sheet after a while. So in the fridge, 2 hours, that'll get it nice and firmed up, and then we'll come back and we'll preheat the oven about 170 degrees Celsius. Lay out a couple cookie sheets and start popping those babies in and then popping those babies out of the oven. So we'll be back for that in about 2 hours. Okay, so now we have it. First tray is ready to go in the oven. Gotta get myself in here. Gotta lift this up higher. Yeah, first tray is ready to go in the oven. As you can see, I made them each about 1 tablespoon size. Set the oven at 170. We're ready to go. Let's go for it. Okay, our trays are in the oven. I'm using a convection oven. That is an oven that circulates the air. So I'm able to put in 2 trays at one time, one over the other. Of course, the top tray will cook just slightly faster than the bottom tray. But I have my temperature set at, can you see it there, 170, and my setting for the oven is circulating air top and bottom. So 10 minutes and they'll be out of that bad boy. Okay guys, here we go. We got our first batch out of the oven. I gotta get these quickly off of here and onto this cooling rack because I got another tray in the oven still. These look like they're nice. They spread out real good. They almost look like the photograph I had early on of what they should look like. Of course, I've been making these for many years. I could say how many, but I can't remember how many. That means I've been doing it for a long time if I can't remember how many. But anyway, as you see, first tray out, first 16. Another 16 coming out now. Let's get these guys out of here before they go too far along. They're looking good, as you can see. Get these up nice, close, and personal. Yeah. And the first tray we brought out, as I say, we got it on the cooling rack, and I try to get as much air under these as possible. Don't leave your cookies on the tray to cool. Why? Because they'll keep cooking while they're on the tray, because the tray is damn hot. So the whole idea is to stop the cooking so they don't overcook. And then they get too crispy on the outside and the inside rather than just on the outside. So here we have the first 16 lined up over here. Here comes the next batch. This was the lower tray. It's a little bit lighter in color than the first tray. And I'm seeing how these are baking based on the ingredients that we have in them today and the temperature we have it at. So I'm going to actually lower my temperature a bit, maybe, I don't know, 5 degrees or so. So maybe 165, 167, maybe I just lower it 3 degrees because these look just a little bit darker than I would want them. I mean, they're okay. I didn't burn anything, that's for sure. But I'm going to make them just a little bit less intensity in their brown color. The next batch that I'm going to do. So there's my 2 trays. I got enough dough left. You can see here. I got enough left for 1 more tray, I believe. So in total, let's see, 32 there. Another 12 gives us 46 for today. We'll be back with the final count soon. Okay, here we go. Last batch coming out. I thought I could do 16. It ended up being only 12. Shut the oven off. That's always the first thing I remember to do. As I said, I thought I could do 16, but I added only enough stuff left for 12. 12 nice ones though. A little lighter than the first group. Cook likes them a little lighter. I change hands here so I don't burn myself as I scoop these off of the tray. You can see the bottom of this one. I show you. See, bottom's nice and toasty. I don't want it to fall off the spatula. And the top, I just flip this back over. Nice color, huh? Nice texture. So we put these on the cooling rack. These will, I like to freeze my cookies to keep them fresh. So these will freeze very well, and they'll eat very well too. With soy milk. I don't drink cow's milk. I used to. I was raised on a farm with cows. So it was a requirement, at least my dad thought so, that we drink milk. But I haven't drank regular milk for many, many years. I call it regular milk, cow's milk. Let's take a look at one of these. I'm going to take one that just came off the other tray, and I'm going to break this open for you so you can see it on the inside. You won't be able to taste it, but you'll see, if I get over here to the camera, here's camera over here, you'll see what kind of texture we have. Huh? Ooh. Smells nice too. And we're going to take one in to cook. She's in the other room doing some studying. We'll take her this broken one and we'll ask her what she thinks of the taste. Be back in just a minute. Okay, here we go. I ate one half. Now I have a half for Cook. So let's go in there. She just got home from work. She took a shower, and now she's doing some reading. So I'm gonna ask her what she thinks of my cookies. Hello, dear. I want you to. Oh my God! I want you to taste this.
I cannot. My face is so tight. I cannot talk so much even.
Really?
Yes.
And why is your face tight?
Because I have my mask on.
Why do you have your mask on? It's not Halloween yet.
Because I wanted to.
It's a little scary though.
Well, we can do this maybe in 10 minutes.
Okay, hold this. I'm gonna wait 10 minutes now. 1, 2. Hey, Brian and Anti Guy back again, and this time Cook has removed her Angry Birds pig mask or whatever it was she was wearing, and she's going to taste today's cookie. Half of it's gone already, or one of today's cookies. Half of it's gone already because it broke in half and I ate the other half. So I know what I think. What do you think?
Aurora. Very yummy.
Is that all you have to say? I mean, you Thais have this one lady on TV who gives a symbol every time something's really good. Could we see that, please?
Aroy, aroy.
That's the one I want. Yes. Okay. Well, thank you for this taste test. And there are 41 other cookies left if you need one.
Thank you in advance.
Okay, that's it today from Bry, the not Thai guy. Today, Bry, the chef guy, or Bry, the baker guy. That's the one. Bry, the baker guy, as we baked 42, only 41 left now. Wonderful, at least my wife says wonderful. Roy, wonderful. Oatmeal raisin cookies using Brian's recipe, which is here at the end of this video. Enjoy if you tried to do it yourself. I enjoyed making it and enjoyed having you along with me. See you till next time.